I sense some chops bustin' is about to happen.
Hey, what's up my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the X-Transbots Run. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Right up front here, we have a lovely piece of artwork of Ron. His name is Ron. He does security. On this side, we have the usual quote here: courage isn't having the strength to go on, it is going on when you don't have the strength. They're getting deep with these quotes. On this side we have Ron, along with that quote. Up top, X-Transbots Run. On the bottom we have an image there of their Ratchet. On the back we have the kind of G1-y artwork there, the G1-y tech spec, with a bio if you want to read it. Go ahead and read that on your own time. Back to the bottom, we have warning, don't eat anything in this box that could be very bad for you. And because we don't get this very often in Transformers reviews, we get Sad Pac-Man. That's basically it for the packaging. Also included is the collector's card with the same image there of Ron. Hi, how are you? On the back again, we have a little bio and the tech specs. If that interests you, hooray for arts. And moving right along, here we have Ron, and this is X-Transbots' take on a masterpiece scaled G1 Ironhide. And here he is in his robot mode. He is packed in robot mode, and a pretty good-looking Ironhide. So here's the deal. The Ratchet is already out, but I did not get it. I did not get Ratchet, I just got Ironhide because I just wanted to see how I liked this mold. And I'm still not sure if I like this enough to warrant buying Ratchet, but here's what we're going to do. I'm going to let you guys make my purchasing decision for me. So watch this review, take in all the information, and if after you've watched it you feel I should get the Ratchet, then I'll get it. If not, then I won't. I will let you guys decide, so let's talk about Ron here. So let's get in close here so we can take a look now at that belly, at the noggin. Whoop, noggin right up here. That's a very nice head sculpt. Nice G1-y Ironhide head sculpt. The kind of the dark gray going on there. Nice bright blue for the eyes. Got that lovely helmet going on. You can see the windshield chest just painted blue. But it does really pop. Nice pop of color there. And you got the kind of gunmetal gray on the top here, on the shoulders, on the sides as well. Got some little bits of chrome there sticking out. And then you got the gunmetal gray going down the body. Lots of red. Not a whole lot of molded detail to speak about since they are going for the cartoony look. They're keeping everything nice and smooth. Got his little feeties here. And moving back. Got the iron booty. And you can see, very clean transformation. Doesn't have a lot of junk hanging off of him or anything. Now, one thing that I know people might be concerned about is we're going to turn him upside down so you can see this. Yeah, these are painted parts that are on the bottoms of his feet. But here's the thing. You don't have to worry about that because there's actually like a little ridge that extends past this. There's a little, basically like the window frame actually is raised above the blue section here. So that's going to protect that paint there. So don't worry about that. Nothing should get scratched up because it is not actually touching the surface. But all in all, though, a very nice looking G1-y Ironhide. Now, articulation-wise, what have we got? I'm going to tell you. So we get a little bit of wiggly-waggly, a little bit of side-to-side. Can look up a little bit, can look down some. Head can do a full 360. Arms can do a full 360. They can move in and out, all the way up on a nice Ratchets. We do also have a butterfly joint here that we can untap, so he can bring his arms across his chest, which is quite nice. That just snaps back into place. We do have bicep rotation. We have it's a double jointed elbow, but it works very oddly. So you have the proper joint here, and there you get a bit under 90 degrees, but then you have another hinge that's actually at the shoulder. So it bends here and bends here like that, and that's how they went about giving him a double jointed elbow. Odd, but okay. That was a choice. Okay, so moving on down to the hands, we do have wrist rotation. We also have a joint that allows the hands to move outward if you needed to, and this doesn't like to hold in place too well. As far as the fingers, we do have posable fingers. The joint, the thumb is on a joint that moves up and down. We have a hinge here and a hinge here. And the index finger is on a hinge there and a hinge there. And the other fingers are just one piece, hinge at the base, and a hinge right there. We do have waist rotation, but it moves at a weird axis there. As you can see, like, once you move it past a certain point, like now, it's just kind of like that's not how a waist works. So that's kind of odd there how that works. I mean, you know, you can turn his waist a little bit and it looks natural, but once you get to a certain point, it's like, Now, we do have, and this is my major qualm with this figure, we do have an ab crunch. So we have that going on, but the thing is that this connection is not solid, like, at all. See this little tab? This little tab is all that is holding the upper body to the lower body. Just this tiny little shallow tab. It's just going right in there. And that is not enough to hold this body together. He just flops right over. I mean, you can get some good, like, throwing up action, like, you know, you can have that going on. You know, you can call it an action feature, you know. This just, you know. The Hangover Ironhide, you know. It's a thing you can do, but as far as an actual connecting point, a locking point, it does not work at all. It doesn't hold at all. Why they thought this was going to work to hold a body together, I don't know, but that's what they did, and I am personally not a fan of that. And it gets kind of annoying when you're trying to mess around with him and he just flops over on you like that. That's not a fan. Not a fan of that. But anyway, let's speak more on articulation. We have this little flap here. We can move out of the way. Legs can move forward this far. Can move back that far. Outward. Only that far. We got thigh rotation. We do have a ratcheted knee joint, which can get us to about 90 degrees. Now, if we open up this little panel here, we can get some extra range of motion, but now you have this panel that's kind of hanging out there. But it's a way to get some extra articulation if you want it, if you need it. And as far as the feet, they can move up some, they can move down some, no rotation, and you do have lots of ankle tiltage. Now, as far as accessories go, we get a lot of stuff with this figure. Almost too much stuff, honestly, but we'll get through it all. So first thing we get is the sled, the homage to the G1 toy. With a little gray seat, a little blue there, a little yellow stripe. We do have the little tank treads on the bottom. They do have rolling wheels, so it can roll as a rolling thing should. So yeah, we get the sled. I'll just leave that there for now. We also get two blasters here, done in a nice silver chrome. They come with their own blouses, and they just pop right on and off. And you can store these on the sled. There are little slots right here. You can tab these onto, like so. And we also get the little G1 toy blaster, again, done in chrome, and that can plug in right up front here, like that. We also get the drill, just done in that gunmetal gray. The drill tip itself done in that silver chrome. Now he has a handle here, so you can hold it in his hand. You can fold this down. You have a post. You can put this on his shoulder, so you have options there. And this can plug right into that gun, like so. We also get the missile launcher here, done all in chrome. You get this little, like, radar dish as well. This is a separate piece. You can put that on his forearm or just leave it there for storage. It does actually fire. You have the button right here on the side, and that will fire the missile. So cool little spring-loaded feature. That is kind of sharp, though. That actually does hurt a little bit because this, you can see, it comes to a pretty fine point there. So that's, be careful where you're pointing this when you fire it. But you get the little spring-loaded rocket launcher there, and this can store right back here like that. And we also get the jetpack here, again done all in chrome. We do have some effects parts with it as well. Nice little blouses going on. And this can store on the back here. There's this little tab. You can just slot that in right there. So now it is a rocket-powered sled And we also get, I believe this is supposed to be a water cannon, I think. I don't know. I don't remember. But again, done in that gunmetal gray. I don't think there's a place to plug this. There's some other ports here, some other little ports, but none of them fit this, so I don't know. But anyway, we get that as well. We get a pair of optional blushing hands. And now he's just firing out of his fingers, and these are separate pieces, so you can just slide these on and off as you wish. You can store these if you want. There are posts right back here, and you can plug one on one side, plug one on the other side. There you go. Even more rocket power back there for the sled. Why not? Dare I say, why not? We're not done yet. We're not done. We also get this right here. And this is so Ironhide can look for loose change on the beach. It's one of his pastimes. But I usually just plug this right here and just use this like a satellite dish. Again, things you can do if you want to do it. We also get a flamethrower. That's right. You can remove this. It has the rubber hose. Again, very simplistic in its detailing, but looks pretty good. I love the way this connects because it's a very satisfying just snap, so I dig that. So you have that going on as well. We also get a pair of skis, because yes, skis, definitely that one thing that happened in that one episode of the cartoon. But yes, skis, because, you know, skis, you got a little like kind of water effect going on there. So yeah, we get the pair of skis. And we also get a separate head, and I believe this is supposed to be a Marvel Comics head right there, just on all in red with the yellow eyes. So we get another head. We also get some optional faces. We have this face right here. That's all in red with the white eyes. We get some more expressive faces. Well, here's another kind of stern, serious face. And different faces go to different heads, but we'll talk about that a little more later. And we have one where he's kind of like in mid-talking. And we get the angry face, so you have that. And we also get stickers that can go on his windshield chest, which is odd, but okay, again, we'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit. But that is everything you get with Ron. That's a lot of stuff. So you can have the missile launcher on his back, so he can do that one thing he did in that one episode of the cartoon. You can have the jetpack on his back, so he can bloosh off into action. You can have him firing his fingers of fury. You can have him lighting up some Decepticons with his flamethrower. Or you can have him water skiing whilst looking for loose change, whilst scanning, whilst having a water cannon on your shoulder, and also drilling, as one tends to do on a normal weekend. Is that not what you do? Or we can do a good old-fashioned pew-pew, bang-bang, pew-pew, bang-bang, and all of that good stuff right there. And no, we're not going to do a bloosh because I think we've done enough already, and we're still not done. Now, as far as this chest sticker goes, you know, it's meant to go over the windshield chest. This is kind of weird because if you do stick this on, I mean, if you want to transform him, you have to peel this off because this is segmented right here, so you can't leave the sticker on when you're transforming him. Now, if you really wanted to leave this on, you could always just line it up and just cut it with a pair of scissors, so that way you don't have to take it off if you don't want to, but still, odd to me anyway. They give you two of them, so you have a backup. But yeah, I mean, again, something you can use if you want to use it. So now for the noggin options. So the noggin options are also weird. So again, you get this second head here, and the heads are different. If we turn them sideways, you can kind of see that this head here is actually a bit more rounded. You can see it's a bit like deeper, you know. So there is a slight difference there. Now the optional faces. The faces only work with specific heads, so if it has, like this one right here, if it has a tab on the top, it only works on this head. If there is no tab on the top, like this one, it only works on this head. So depending on what face you want, you have to swap the heads, which is really weird. Why didn't they just have it all work with one head? Because again, this is not that different to warrant a totally separate head. Very weird. But swapping the head is very easy. It just pops right off. And then you just pop this one on. Oop, there we go. I just had things a little misaligned there, but there you go. You have that head on. Again, that's the thing you can do if you want to do it. And we're going to decapitate him for a second because it makes this a lot easier to swap the faces. So swap the faces, you just kind of split the head here. Split it open and remove the face. Put in the new face. And just get all that lined up. Pop that on. And then pop the head right back on. And now we can say, "But Pram!" So there you have that, and now for comparison. Here he is with G1 Ironhide because he's precious. Horrible, but still oh so precious. Here he is with MP44 Optimus Prime, so you can see how that works out. And here he is with the official Masterpiece Ironhide, and for the record, I've never had a problem with this Ironhide. I still think it's a good figure. I think it still holds up. The X-Transbots version does look better, though. It looks more cartoon accurate. It definitely, gets the proportions a bit better. Although the forearms are way too long, honestly. But other than that, the proportions I think are pretty good. And we'll give it a turn around here so you can see who's who, where's what. When's why, and why is how. Just so you can see what's going on here from all angles. Get them standing straight. And you can see how that works out. So which one do you like better? You tell me. So that is basically it for the robot mode, and it looks real good. I do have my qualms with it. Again, the forearms way too long. Nobody's elbows start that high up. Also, this tiny little tab, thinking it can hold that whole upper body together. That's don't know what they were thinking there. But it does look really good, and it does pull off that cartoony Ironhide-y look. So it definitely gets points for that, but let's get down to transformation, shall we? Let's. So we'll start off with the arms, and we have a point of annoyance here. So first thing we need to just kind of ball up the fist, so just kind of curl up the thumb like that, and then just kind of get the fingers just kind of balled up, kind of like that, sort of looking like that. And you want to rotate it so the palm is facing up. Open up this panel, and the problem here is that there's not enough clearance for the hand to actually go in here. This knuckle, even though they have it kind of cut out, you can see where it's kind of cut out to where that knuckle should pass through. It does, but there's not enough clearance. You have to kind of just push it through and it'll pop in. If this gets to the point where you can't get it in at all, and if you do get it in, it gets totally stuck in there, what you want to do is you want to tighten this screw right here, and that'll just kind of pull the hand in enough to where you can actually get the hand popped in, so it's not as much of an annoyance. But you can see you just kind of have to kind of push it in there and pop it in. You can still get it out, but you can see like it'll get stuck right there, and you just have to kind of pop it out the rest of the way. So yeah, that's the simplest bit of this transformation. They managed to screw up somehow, but it's still doable. You just have to, again, just tighten that screw in the palm, and that should work. But once you get that closed up, you then want to just straighten out the arm and just compress it up like so. You're going to do the same thing on the other side, second verse just like the first. So once you get both arms compressed up, you want to rotate the arm up and then rotate it back. Rotate the arm up and rotate it back, and we'll leave all this alone for now. We're going to work on the lower body. So what we're going to do here is we're going to grab this panel and open all of this up, rotate this 180, and then flip his toe down. And then just bring this up and over, bring that up and over, so it's sitting like that. Once you've done that, you have this section here. You just want to pop out, and there'll be a tab slot connection right there. Also a little post port connection right there as well. So just line all that up and get that plugged in like so. We're going to come around to the back here. We want to open this panel up and rotate the wheel out. It'll just kind of swoop itself into place, and then close that back up. Now we want to open up this panel here behind his knee, and we want to compress the leg, so you're just going to take this double hinge and basically push it like forward and down. And that'll just compress that up, and also push that panel up with it. And then you just finish snapping that into place. And there we have that side all done, and second verse, guess what, is just like the first. And once you have both sides done, you're going to take the hips, and they're going to just compress in like so. And now you can take the two halves and tab them together. So you have that. So now back to the upper body. So we're going to take these side panels here and just pop these out. Let's get in here, and there we go. Let's get these popped out. Get these popped out. Pop it. Pop it out. There we go. Just bring those out like so. And we need to untab these side sections here. So you want to just kind of lift this up so you can see what you're doing. You can take this little section here also and just kind of bring that out. And it helps if you push on this tab here. So you can push on that. Just kind of loosen everything up for you. And just untab that. And just bring that up. Get it out of the way. Same thing here, just open that up, and again, just a slow panel here, just kind of bring that out. And again, you can push on this little red tab here to help you just disengage all this, and bring it up. So now we're just going to grab the back here, and just disengage all this, bring it up. You can take these wheels, they are like pegged in right here, they usually undo themselves. So just free those up, and you just kind of want to rotate these wheels in, and just bring all this down, just to get all this out of your way. So now you want to bring the central panel up, and you want to take these sections here and you want to rotate them around so it exposes the headlights there. So just rotate that around so you have that. So now we have some twisting to do. So you want to take this windshield and rotate this around. So there we have the vehicle mode windshield with the windshield wipers there. And now we're going to take this whole upper body and we're going to rotate this around. It rotates at this axis right here where you see this little kind of nub sticking out. That's where you're rotating it. And be mindful because there is stuff in your way. So just kind of get things around. You can kind of use all this to kind of help you get the clearance. But there we go, just get all that around. So now it is looking like that. Once that is done, now we're going to take this lower body and we're going to rotate this around to the other side. So now you got everything looking like that. So now take this section here and push this up and take the sides and compress them in. And you just want to make sure that all of this right here is just kind of compressed down. So now what we're going to do is we're going to flip this panel out here and we're going to swing this in, and then this will compress right here. So just push it in until it slides into place, and then this will just tab in right here like so. At this point now you can just close up this little side piece here. Just tab that in. And once you get the other side done, you have it looking like that. So now for this section here, we're just going to rotate this back, rotate this around. We have this section here that's going to rotate upward. And once you get that in place, all this will just tab in right underneath like that. And same thing on the other side. Just get this all turned around, get all that cleared, rotate that section up, and get this tabbed in. Once you've done that, you can close up the center panel and then bring these sections up to complete the front bumper. And you also want to make sure you have this little tab in there. You can see this little red tab. You want that sitting inside this piece right here, so it's looking like that. And then you have this little post-port connection here on the side of the leg. So just line that up and just get that into place and get that into place. Just gets that secured up. And we're pretty much at the home stretch here, so you just want to make sure that these forms are tabbed together. Just bring this down. You want to bring this section down, and then rotate these bits around. Rotate that around. This will drop down. Little tab slot connection right there. This will not hold too well on its own, but it'll stay together once we get this worked out. So you want to open this panel up, open this panel up, and bring this down. And you're going to have a tab that'll go behind this panel here. So this is where you want to make sure that this stays lined up. So just kind of take that and just pop that in, and there's a little tab slot right there. That'll pop itself in. And then you just push that in to further lock that into place. And you're going to do the same thing here. Open, open, bring all this down, and just get all of this tabbed in and worked in like that, like that. Get that all pushed in place. like so. Last thing you're going to do is just bring out those little side view mirrors. Make sure everything here is nice and squozen. And there you go. There you have Ron, aka Ironhide, in his alt mode. You can't spin him. Can't spin him, but there he is in his alt mode. And he is a lovely little red van, as Ironhide tends to be, but it all comes together quite nicely. But let's get in close. Yes, we can take a look at the details. We got that lovely chrome bumper there. And headlights, got a little bit of orange there. The lights are on the side, the yellow stripe going across the side. You get the chromed rims there. And all the windshields and windows are done in that nice blue. You got the windshield wiper on the back there. Taillights picked out in orange. Just silver painted rear bumper. And there is the top, there is the bottom. It does roll, as rolling things should. Hooray for rolling. And for comparison, here he is with G1 Ironhide, because precious, oh so precious. There he is with MP44, Optimus Prime, so you can see how that works out. And lastly but not leastly, with the official Masterpiece Ironhide, so you can see how that works out. And again, I'll give you the turnaround here, so you can see what is going on from all angles. And there you go. Now, as far as the accessories go, oh, there's one thing I always forget to do. This little tab right here. You can push these in. Right there. Sort of sitting flush. Push those in. There we go. There we go. Now it's sitting pretty. There we go. Alrighty. So anyway, now as far as the accessories go, wait, we're not. Wait. Now, as far as the accessories go, yeah, storage, that's not happening. That's not happening. So there you have Ron, and yeah, Ron's he's kind of a mixed bag for me. On the one hand, he does look really good. He looks good and cartoony, so definitely gets points for that. Proportions are just a little off with the arms, like his forearms are way too long. Not a deal breaker, but just something to note. Major issue is just that tiny tab they thought was going to hold that body together. I don't know. Again, I don't know what they were thinking there, but that doesn't work. That's not good. That needed a way more solid connecting point there than just that tiny little tab. The engineering, for the most part, is pretty good. There are some clearance issues here and there, so, nothing to a frustrating degree, but just to a slightly annoying degree. But he does come together pretty well, pretty solid in alt mode, and the alt mode does look really good. And you get a ton of accessories, maybe too many accessories, honestly. They could have left half of this stuff out and I wouldn't have missed it. But hey, they were going for options, added play value, so While I appreciated the vast majority of this stuff is going to end up in a storage bin. Now, do I like this figure enough that it will replace the official one on my Masterpiece shelf? I don't know. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I haven't decided yet. So, for the most part, I like it, but there's definitely some room for improvement here. So yeah, not a bad figure, not a great figure either, but for me, just kind of middle of the road. But as always, that's just my opinion, to each their own. You tell me what you think. And do you think I should get the Ratchet? Let me know in the comments. So there you go. Now I picked this up from TF Safari. I'll put a link to their site in the description down below so you can check that out. And if you use the promo code 2022 EmGo Review at checkout, you will get a discount on your order. You can also check out the third-party Transformers playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGames, check out Love, Peace, Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the X-Transbots Ron, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek! Be proud, palm in your face. Sup, Prime? Oh, Ironhide, what are you doing? Oh, I'm gonna go skiing. You wanna come? Oh, come on now, Ironhide, go skiing? I've got better things to do. Yeah, like what? Like make pizza bagels and watch Friends? Alright, your loss. Oh, and just so you know, contrary to what the song may say, they will not be there for you. You know who will be? Me. Or will I? But Ironhide! No, it all makes sense now.